From fearlessly challenging YouTube's biggest creator,
like Mr. Beast. No.
to turning YouTube's darkest moment into a beacon of hope.
It's easy to talk about how bad it is of what somebody did, to talk about how much of a horrible person they are, but let's not forget how much we can do in the opposite direction, to turn such a horrible situation into an incredible beacon of light.
Here are the times Jacksepticeye called out YouTube's biggest names. First up is Mr. Beast, the creator who built an empire on generosity, but whose squeaky clean reputation started cracking when his true colors emerged. In September 2023, Jack found himself in the hot seat during a lie detector test on Tommy Innett's stream when an unexpected question dropped.
Do you like Mr. Beast? No. Jack. Oh!
But Tommy leaned in with an even heavier follow-up.
Do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Jack didn't dance around it either. He laid out exactly why.
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts?
If he
building
had-
wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
The clip detonated across social media. Within hours, Mr. Beast himself caught wind of it and responded with a now deleted tweet that reeked of defensiveness. So, I ruined YouTube because I didn't buy a mansion and sports cars and instead reinvested my money into making content and focused on doing good and inspiring kids to help people. But Jimmy didn't stop there. He took a thinly veiled shot at Jack's content. There's so much I could say about his content, but I'll just take the punches and be the bigger man. That bigger man line, it backfired spectacularly. The internet immediately called out the hypocrisy. If he really wanted to be the bigger man, he wouldn't have said anything. Eventually, cooler heads prevailed. The two patched things up privately, with Mr. Beast tweeting, "We messaged, we're Gucci now." But peace didn't last. Fast forward to 2025, and Mr. Beast launched something that would make Jack and the entire creator community see red, an AI thumbnail generator.
There's a new way to make professional looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating.
On the surface, it sounded innovative. In reality, it was an $80 per month tool that could literally rip off any creator's thumbnail style and face, essentially industrializing art theft. Jack was among the first to sound the alarm on Twitter. What the actual f***? And he used my logo in the promotion for it too. I hate what this platform is turning into. Irony hit critical mass when Point Crow unearthed an old tweet where Mr. Beast had complained about a Russian channel stealing his thumbnails. The internet erupted. He built a paid tool for the exact thing he once cried about. Under mounting pressure from Jack and countless other creators, Mr. Beast had no choice but to pull the plug on the tool just 5 days after launch, issuing an apology and urging people to hire actual human artists instead.
I launched an AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails, and I thought people were going to be pretty excited about it, but I definitely missed the mark. If you open up Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. And so going forward, there is no AI thumbnail tool. Anyone from now on that signs up for ViewStats Pro, there will not be the AI thumbnail tool. It just doesn't exist. We pulled it down.
This wasn't about personal beef. Jack stood up for something bigger, the soul of YouTube itself. When corporate greed and shortcuts threaten to replace genuine creativity, someone needs to draw the line. And when creators as respected as Jacksepticeye speak out, even the platform's biggest names have to listen. Mr. Beast business partner KSI made the same mistake with an even bigger ego. On September 16th, 2024, KSI joined forces with Logan Paul and Mr. Beast to launch Lunchly, positioning it as a revolutionary, healthier swap for the classic Lunchables kids meal.
All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
Sounds great on paper, right? Except the product raised immediate red flags. Dan TDM, one of YouTube's most trusted family-friendly creators, wasn't buying it. He fired off a tweet that instantly went viral. What happened to YouTubers, man? How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Dan's words hit like a freight train. KSI took the criticism personally and went scorched earth. He dug through Dan's past and dragged up a sponsored video from nearly a decade ago where Dan promoted a candy subscription box. Looks like crap to me. The problem? KSI completely missed the point. Fans immediately dismantled his argument. You missed the point of the post, advertising unhealthy products to your young, impressionable fans while you yourself wouldn't go near that stuff. KSI even doubled down with a 20-minute video titled "Everybody Hates Us Right Now," attempting to discredit Dan further and hurling thinly veiled threats on social media.
Where was the same energy when Ryan Trahan released Sweets? Where was the same energy when FaZe Rog released Sweets? It's because people just hate us. I don't understand why all of a sudden it's a bad thing to have a business.
His ego had completely taken over. Watching this unfold from the sidelines, Jack had seen enough. He dropped one of the most powerful tweets in YouTube drama history. "You mess with Dan TDM, you mess with YouTube." Attached was an image reading, "You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us." Jack's message was unmistakable. Feeling the heat, KSI released what appeared to be a heartfelt apology video in September 2024.
A lot's happened these past few days, and I've had a lot of time to reflect and really understand everything that's happened and all of my actions. And you know, first of all, I want to say sorry. I can't do it. Hey yo, drink Prime and eat lunch more. Stay mad, Dan TDM fans. Womp womp.
It was a slap in the face to everyone who called him out. The comment section became a graveyard for his reputation. Keep ruining yourself, please. It's hilarious. You're just making it worse for yourself, bruh. Just when things couldn't get worse for Lunchly, reports surfaced of mold discovered in multiple packages, products that were still weeks away from their expiration dates.
So these are supposed to be good for like another 2 months? This is molded. That's mold. This is not safe.
Photos flooded social media showing fuzzy green growth on the cheese, prompting FDA complaints. Jack and Dan had been vindicated. Their concerns weren't exaggerated. They were necessary warnings that fell on deaf ears because KSI and Logan were too busy counting dollar signs. KSI's partner in the Lunchly disaster, Logan Paul, wasn't new to controversy. Years earlier, he'd committed an act so vile that it became YouTube's darkest hour. In December 2017, his reckless pursuit of viral fame hit rock bottom when he filmed inside Japan's Aokigahara Forest, a location globally recognized as a site where people tragically take their own lives. What happened next became one of YouTube's darkest moments. Logan's camera captured the body of a suicide victim. Instead of stopping, he kept filming. He moved closer, zoomed in, and shockingly, started cracking jokes. The video hit 6.3 million views overnight before outrage forced its removal. Comments flooded in, each more disgusted than the last. The fact that he's laughing about this is mind-blowing. Absolutely vile. His audience is literally 9 to 17-year-olds. Imagine if Blue's Clues showed a dead body and joked about it. That's what this is. YouTube responded by pulling Logan from their Google preferred program and freezing all ad revenue on his channel. The platform that had made him a millionaire was finally holding him accountable. Weeks later, facing professional exile, Logan released a scripted apology video.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
But the words felt empty, the damage was done, and plenty of creators weren't buying the performance. 3 days after Logan's apology, Jack released his own response, and it was surgical. He didn't just condemn the video, he dissected every layer of Logan's failure.
I think that it was a completely disgusting thing to do. That the lack of humanity that was shown in that video is astounding. It shocks me to my core. But the fact that your conscience didn't kick in between recording it and then having to edit it and then having to upload it and make a thumbnail and title it and re-record an intro for it and all these different types of things. I can't believe a video like that ever made the light of day.
But Jack didn't stop at criticism. He decided to do what Logan should have done from the start, make a real difference.
This Sunday, January the 7th, I want to hold a charity live stream for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I want to go forward and try and turn this into some sort of a teachable moment, into some sort of event that we can learn from.
And Jack delivered. He streamed for over 8 hours straight, raising more than $200,000 for suicide prevention. His message throughout was clear and compassionate. Months later, possibly inspired by Jack's actions, Logan released his own pledge, a $1 million donation to suicide prevention organizations, starting with $250,000 to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It was a step in the right direction, but the stain on his legacy remained. The internet doesn't forget easily, and Logan's name would forever be tied to that forest. Jack's response wasn't just about calling Logan out, it was about reminding every creator on the platform of their responsibility. Logan learned the hard way that chasing clout without a conscience doesn't just hurt your reputation, it damages the entire community. And thanks to Jack, that moment became a catalyst for genuine good, proving that even the darkest controversies can be transformed when the right voices speak up. But Sniper Wolf took it further. She threatened the very person who dared to call her out. For years, SS Sniper Wolf dominated YouTube's reaction content space. Her formula was simple. Find viral TikToks, watch them on camera with minimal commentary, and rake in millions of views. The problem? She rarely credited the original creators. In July 2023, YouTuber Jacksfilms released a video systematically dismantling Sniper Wolf's operation.
In each of her hundreds and hundreds of videos, she plays other people's TikToks and provides extremely base-level commentary.
This dude is running sideways! What?
Jack argued she was profiting off other people's work without giving proper credit.
If you want to support the original creators of the TikToks, too bad, because the only links you'll find in the description are all Sniper Wolf.
The video exploded in exposing what many had suspected for years. Sniper Wolf's content wasn't just lazy, it was theft. Drama Alert reported that she reuses the same clips inside the same video in order to hit the 8-minute mark. Instead of acknowledging the criticism, Sniper Wolf doubled down with a baffling claim. 90% of what I upload are my ideas. Jacksfilms didn't let that slide. He launched a parody channel called JJ Jacksfilms, mocking her predictable low-effort style.
Oh, messy wessy, someone has sloppy boppy on their facey wacy.
Or nothing, we're just gonna get 5 seconds.
The parody was brutal and accurate, but Sniper Wolf wasn't laughing. On October 14th, 2023, Sniper Wolf made a decision that would permanently stain her reputation. She posted an Instagram story asking her 5.6 million followers, "Should I go visit Jack's film?" Then she filmed herself outside Jack's home and posted the footage publicly, effectively doxing him. And
all right in front of your house. Come out and talk to me.
Jacksfilms' response was immediate and chilling. "Sniper Wolf just doxed me on her IG. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers." He followed up with a video that laid bare the severity of her actions.
Last night, Sniper Wolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home, recorded a video of our home, and then posted it to her 5.6 million Instagram followers, goading me with the line, "Let's talk like adults." In my 17 years on YouTube, I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me. Sniper Wolf needs to be deplatformed.
Watching the situation unfold, Jacksepticeye couldn't stay silent. He weighed in with measured but pointed criticism.
And Jacksfilms is right to call out some stuff that shouldn't really be considered that kind of content, because then it gets really weird that people are just stealing content, re-uploading it. What is transformative, what isn't?
6 days later, on October 20th, 2023, YouTube took action, issuing a temporary monetization suspension. The platform made it clear that off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk harm our community. Faced with real consequences, Sniper Wolf's tune changed completely. She issued an apology. "I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jacksfilm, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution." fans weren't buying it. She isn't sorry this was forced to save face, only sorry once her monetization got taken away. Sniper Wolf's carefully curated image as a fun, relatable creator crumbled overnight. Sniper Wolf is still uploading reaction content to this day, still profiting off others' work, but her reputation never recovered. She went from beloved creator to cautionary tale. Much like Rice Gum, a creator who turned confrontation into content and arrogance into an identity, only to watch it all crumble under the weight of his own ego. At his peak, Rice Gum was pulling in over 9 million subscribers with a formula built on controversy, scathing diss tracks, flexing ridiculous amounts of wealth, and picking fights with anyone who dared criticize him. His videos were a masterclass in manufactured drama.
Yeezy Red Octobers, Fragment 1, Off-White Nike, Yeezys, more Yeezys, more Yeezys, more Yeezys, Off-White Air Maxes, and more Yeezys.
His diss tracks like It's Every Night Sis and I Didn't Hit Her racked up hundreds of millions of views, cementing his reputation as YouTube's resident provocateur. But behind the bravado was someone who treated every slight, real or imagined, as a personal attack worthy of retaliation. When Jack's fans asked what he thought about Rice Gum, his answer was measured but honest.
He's not the type of person I'm going to be friends with. He makes a lot out of nothing. It's like you say something about him, then he talks about making a diss track on you. It's like, dude, I didn't even do anything.
Jack explained further with a perfect example of Rice Gum's absurd behavior.
I made a joke tweet a while ago saying that I was going to make a new channel that was all top 10 diss tracks or something like that. So then I unfollowed him, and then he made a big deal out of it, saying that I was throwing shade at him, or I was being horrible to him, and he was going to think about making a diss track. I'm like, come on, man.
The community response was immediate. I agree with Jack 110%. Rice Gum is the worst. So glad iDubbbz made a content cop on him. He deserved every second of it. Jack's instincts proved prophetic. In January 2019, Rice Gum was exposed for scamming his own fans with fake Amazon gift card giveaways. Viewers who tried redeeming the prizes discovered they'd been used months before the video was even posted. One fan called Amazon directly to verify.
This gentleman here called Amazon himself to check on these codes, and he found out that they were redeemed months ago before this video was even made. So Rice Gum gave out used and old Amazon codes.
It was placed on the 23rd of May 2018.
These codes were redeemed months ago before this video existed. Rice Gum literally gave out expired, worthless codes and pretended they were prizes. It was the ultimate betrayal, exploiting the trust of the very people who'd made him famous. The backlash was swift and brutal. Moral of the story: don't be a douchebag who makes mountains out of molehills. And don't say anything about our Jacka-boy. Even his own community turned on him. On behalf of all Asians, I'd like to say Rice Gum is not one of us. Following the scandal, Rice Gum vanished from YouTube. His empire, built on flexing and feuds, collapsed under the weight of his own dishonesty. He briefly resurfaced in April 2023 to share the heartbreaking news of losing his stillborn daughter, a genuinely tragic moment that reminded everyone that behind the persona was still a human being. Jack's early read on Rice Gum wasn't about clout or drama. It was about recognizing someone whose entire brand depended on manufactured conflict. Jack's measured criticism stood the test of time. He simply stated the truth. Rice Gum was the kind of creator who made YouTube worse, not better. So there you have it, from creators who sold out their values for profit to the ones like Jacksepticeye who stood up for what's right. Drop a comment. Which call out hit hardest? And which controversy do you think caused the most damage to YouTube's reputation? And if you loved this, check out these videos next. Trust me, you won't regret it.